now. Okay, so we're back, guys. Sorry for that, unfortunately. So, yeah, pretty unfortunate issue that I didn't have since a pretty long time. But my whole box decided to crash. So, yeah.
Things happen. We do apologize to the viewers. I did try and do my best covering the finish of race 1. The stream now will unfortunately be in 3 parts, but regardless, because we still covered the most important things, I do believe nothing major happened
Yeah.
on the outage that we had in race 1. We did cover most of it, and then obviously I had the final finishing order. We did see Zidivo actually taking P3, so that's really solid from the last place, as I did mention in the previous stream as well. And for race 2 now, we will be opening a new room to fix all the technical difficulties that we had and clear the problems, and hopefully we will get underway in about 5 minutes with all the guys hopefully in the room.
Well, yeah, just tell me when you'll be done with creating the room. Oh.
Yeah, it is done, so you're welcome to join.
So let's wait. Little ad for the RIG Cup with my Richie.
I do have that beautiful car as well equipped on my stream.
Not the same one, because you have a personalized one.
I have le Independent GTHR.
Exactly.
Please do forgive me if there is any fellow people from Zephyx watching this stream. My French is horrible.
And
I do make.
And my Hungarian is terrible too. So yeah.
I make illusion furieux.
Soon enough. Okay. So let's forgive. So yeah, maybe once. Whoa. Okay, I think I jumped too fast. Sorry. Well, I don't know if you saw it, but yeah. Let's just hope that it will be good for 30 minutes. So yeah, maybe one will be able to. Maybe Zidivo, if you were here, can you just start? If you want to stream.
Yes, Zidivo, please try and get out of your box.
Like that, I'll be able to. I'll take you on a onboard lap. Like that, you will be able to learn French corner. Oh, someone's up first. Sorry. It's an IGTSH. Oh yeah. Okay, well. So little lap around Le Mans, start finish line, and then the Dunlop chicane. So that's the real name. So yeah, so it's one of the most known, in fact. And then here we are on Chapelle, which is the 2 corners of Chapelle, right there. Then going right there, it will be Tertre Rouge. So how to yeah, I know, but it's Tertre Rouge right there. And then the huge straight line that you probably once at least if you're a Gran Turismo or the more fan heard it, but it's the straight line of the Untitled. Then the first chicane of the Untitled, obviously, that cuts right there the track in half. Right there. Then second of the 3 parts of the Untitled straight line. It's one of the most fast part in motorsport endurance, I think. So it's really important for. Oh no, Adam Wolf did not finish it. So yeah, going back with Scrabble. like that you can have the whole presentation. It will be nice. Do you know all the corner, Richie?
I do not know the corners. All I know, I can flex because my father actually drove on this road, as I told Illusion before, and that's about all that I know regarding Le Mans. So,
and you also need to know that road of the Nudia is not even a built racing part of track. It's a standard road from like if you just go at Le Mans when there's no racing event or whatever, it's just a normal road that you can take because it's a
completely open to public.
Yeah, clearly it's a like you know, they just take a road and cancelled it technically. It's not the right word, but to make it part of the track now. So then here it's the end of the Nudia with the Mulsanne corner right there. Right from Scrabble, but yeah, it's so yeah. Second, both chicane have not a official name. It's like the Dunlop chicane, and it's just a name of yeah. It can be called like Michelin chicane, for example, or the second one. And recently, the first chicane just changed his name to Forza chicane, I think. So we'll not say it because it's a bad game.
Yeah, it's some interesting way of getting a sponsorship, that's for sure.
Just let me see. Then here, I don't know the straight line names, but here we are at Indianapolis, right there. And then little straight line to go on the second corner of this double 90 degrees corner. That is the Arnage corner. Then going on another straight line to go on the S Porsche, obviously. Well-known corner too, the S Porsche.
The Porsche curves, indeed, is how they refer to it.
Yeah, because it's the S Porsches, but it's the Porsche curve, you know, the first corner. Like, this one is the only Porsche, technically, but we call all the S's Porsche. Like, technically, this one is the Virage du Pont, so the bridge corner, and this one it's the Corvette. In fact, it's the Corvette turn right there. Right there. And then the last part of the track is the 4 chicanes, so technically 4 turns because 2 chicane. And yeah, it's a complete lap in the other part. It's a complete lap of Le Mans that we'll have. With Scrabble.
Except for the last 2 chicanes, of course.
Yeah. Okay, so for this race, first row will be for IGTSH drivers. Adam Wolf in pole position, first for him. Then we got Auri Ferry in second position. In third, it will be MTK Neo Levy, MTK Pepe, so MTK Budapest in second row. And in third, it will be the We Are Driven Gold with Tiana Philo in fifth position, Ace Killers in sixth position, Chainsaw from L Team in seventh position, ahead of Tamojus, his teammates, and TRJ, Gaz and Scrabble in ninth and 10th. Zephyx French guys, Gregu and Xilivo in 11th and 12th position, and Notice Mate in 13th position only, drivers for Flat Out Racing. And we were underway. And I think Xilivo is stuck once again. Adam Wolf is on the way right now, staying in the first position right now, and Neil Levy will take Audi Ferry, I think. Oh, they nearly touched, and once again 3 wide with Philo on the outside, really wide, really wide. I think he will need to let through because it was really far away. Philo will take the second position ahead of Audi Ferry and Neo Levy. Pepe on the outside. Chainsaw and Ace Killers in 6th and 7th position. I'll wait for Richie to make a decision, but for now it's nearly 4 wide, and they nearly had a huge crash here. It was close, and they are trying to get through. And a bulldog from the French guy Xilivo, in fact, ahead, like once again nearly 4 wide. braking zone, and I think they touch behind. Esquiles and Gregu. Gregu is in 8th position right now, trying to go back on the top position. Head Philo just took 2nd position ahead of Audi Ferry, and Adam Wolf's really going out now of everyone. Adam Wolf wants to be the only 2 race wins driver on Group A. But Audi Ferry will take 2nd position ahead of Philo, sorry. Poor luck from Citivo. It was so quick. Then in 4th position right now it's Pepe. Poor start from Neil Levy, in fact. That went from 3rd to 7. So yeah, pretty hard for him, and Gregu from 11th to 8th, so great start for him. Temojus 9, and Philo and Audi Ferry once again battling for 2nd position on the outside of Mulsanne. And it will stay a little bump for the 2 drivers. Pepe will start. Huge crash. And I think Gregu, yeah, I think he had a massive one on the back. I took a replay, we'll see right after, because right now it's a nearly 4 wide once again between Pepe, Chainsaw Philo, Neo Levy. 4 wide, in fact, yeah, it's a 4 wide right now from Indianapolis. Oh my god, they're really doing it. And on the outside, Pepe will take all and take 2nd position away from everyone else. Chainsaw will overtake 2 people
Philo
too.
coming back the inside again.
Oh my god, Philo on the outside now. Philo trying to taking back 3rd position. He will take. Oh, and he just crashed. He just crashed, and Philo with damage. I think it's on light, so it's not that bad. But Philo will crush his huge moves. Audi Ferry will take.
Going for it.
Yeah, chance on the outside of the Porsche. He'll try around the outside. Oh, and I think someone went out. I think so.
Neo Levy.
Oh yeah, Neo Levy.
From TK.
Neo Levy went out, and unfortunately we will not be able to see it because Gregu also had a massive one. So yeah, let's quickly ask Gregu overtake Scrabble. Hi Dawson, how are you? Yeah, it will not be great for him, but yeah. Don't look the chat, Richie. Gregu in 9th position now. Yeah, what a first lap right now. It is so unfortunate that Xevo is not here, because it would have been even more insane with a fast Frenchman. Chancellor now is in 2nd position. Pepe 3rd, Philo 4th, Audi Ferry 5th. Tamoj in the fix right now, so yeah, for now L team doing a great job right now, and they will maybe trying to take the 2nd seat away once again from Zefix Motorsports. Zefix will still, I think, because Xevo will take points for 13th position.
Yeah, I do believe so. Yeah, because it is not a disconnect, unfortunately. So he will be given the points as we have been doing consistently during the championship.
So it will.
Is indeed P13.
It will keep Zefix in at least 3rd or 4th position, maybe 2nd. But I think if L team doing a job like that, they will be able to take back this 2nd position, as Gregu will take back 8th position ahead of Ace Killers right now. Trying to recover, and yeah, huge off from Neil Levy. I don't know if you had time to see it because we missed it on stream. We already had a replay in the stocks, I think. But yeah, the 4 wide. What a first lap! Like, yeah, it was insane. Gregu's, Neil Levy's shunt, and then a 4 wide. Like,
Would Chainsaw and Philo again side by side for P2 again. A 3-way battle. They haven't quite finished yet.
And Pepe is still behind them. Audi Ferry is still struggling to follow the 3 drivers right now, maybe on a more conservative way. Is everyone start on hard tires too?
I think Philo is actually on the medium compound, so he will be doing a slightly different approach along with his teammate Ace Killers as well.
And
so
while
the
we're
talking, guys are actually on medium.
talking to him, and Philo's been attacked by Chainsaw once again. 2 drivers really close. And Adam Wolf is in odd tires, so yeah, it will be Adam Wolf can clearly get this win if he's managed to do the 20 minutes left really nicely as he starts this race for the 7th minute. Hi Sensei Akosh, how are you? Slipstream 2.
Ooh, 3 wide again? Well, not 3 wide, but
no,
3-way
because I
battle.
think they will not have time to try before Indianapolis. Little hit between Chainsaw and Pepe, but not that bad because they'll be able to take Indianapolis correctly. And going to... Oh, once again? Okay. More sound for it. Okay. Powering up. Yeah, okay. It should be good. Should be better for Richie. Then... behind is Tamojus that is trying to... Yeah, I don't know, but Ace Killers right now is not doing the best medium stunt, I think.
Yeah, I think he's actually struggling a bit far back in 9th position. You see him just in front. I do think he has quite a few hard runners in front of him. So that will be an interesting overlap of strategy. I do not know actually how high the tire wear of the like how much the tires actually get impacted during this race. I do think that drivers will be going for more than like 2 laps, maybe even on the medium tire. So we will probably see how that turns out. But for now, although the hard is actually the harder tire, we are seeing a constant gap between Gregu and Killers. So that probably makes him about a second and a half slower than Gregu at the moment.
So yeah, it's pretty interesting to see everything. 3rd lap already out of 8. So yeah, right now Adam Wolf doing a huge job, but Philo's trying to... Yeah, Philo's finally pushed Chainsaw and Pepe out of his slipstream and trying to put his medium tires to effect. I think they already tried this other way around strategy as we are driven, I think, start on mediums too on Goodwood. Oh no, it was on Catalonia, I think.
Yeah, Catalonia. Tiana Philo actually got 2nd position, a very good comeback from doing an absolutely completely reversed strategy compared to everyone else. So and I think it worked once for them.
Yeah, and I think they tried on Goodwood and he's been pushed out a little bit. So it worked on Catalunya Barcelona. Then it didn't work on Goodwood. They didn't try it on Nordschleife, so yeah, it will be interesting to see how they will manage it, because all the drivers will be on the classic strategy to start on the hardest compound tires to quickly finish the race. Sorry. And yeah, for now, Philo is flying away from Chainsaw, 1.7 seconds, trying to catch up to Adam Wolf. And yeah, he must be quick because it's time's running right now for him, so it will be hard for the second part of the race. Chainsaw still with Pepe, so 2 drivers battling for P3. And then Oriferi.
Yeah. I think Philo actually made up about 3/10 just in that one chicane, so I do think by the Porsche curves he should definitely be on the back of Adam.
I think if he take Milson great right there, if he take Milson great, I think he will have slipstream 843, 838. It's missing.
No, just outside, I think. Yeah.
Maybe.
But into Indianapolis, I think they will be definitely behind each other by the time they exit that corner.
Okay, you have slipstream right now. He just.
No, it's 7.5. So.
Oh, it's I think for me it was 8. Okay. But
wait. Now he's in the slipstream.
Okay, so not a long slipstream too, but if he's managed Indianapolis and Hana as well, he will be able to take a huge slipstream. Then Chainsaw still ahead of MTK Pepe. Oh, and Pepe's out nearly. Huge moment for him. Big scary moment for Pepe. And he will lose 1.7
seconds. Is going wide as well. Gregu is now up the inside of him. Outside of
the L Team's driver. And perfectly done. Switchback, and Greg was in 6th position. Tamojus will also lose 7th to TRJ Gaz. That has been really quiet, but efficient, I think. The Tansus driver.
Consistent results from Gaz actually. Yeah, like as you said before, he's been here for the whole championship, so he's probably very experienced regarding the the championship itself, and he has been constantly, you know, midfield. Unfortunately, he did get caught up in some of the races and incidents, but other than that, he's actually been very consistent.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for them that teammates for Gaz were maybe inconsistent because I think Tunstall have a great driver here. I think he can have a great future in fact. Oh, and Adam Wolf and okay, so stop at lap 3. So they'll do a 5 lap in medium tires. So it's Chenso. Then it will be Gregu, IGTSH drivers, MTK's drivers. So
MTK staying out.
Oh no, Neo Levy, yeah.
Out.
Interesting.
And Ace Killers is on medium, and TRJ Gaz actually also.
Yeah, Gaz and Neo Levy.
So the two guys that haven't stopped in lap 3 is Neo Levy and Gaz.
And I think both TRJ drivers will not stop. I think Scrabo. Let's just wait and see after what they'll do. But I think Scrabo will stay out, and yeah, in fact, he'll stay out to follow Gaz, not his mate. For the flat out racing, I think he may be able to go in and try to undercut.
I think he's boxing.
And yeah, exactly. 2 out of 2 for me. Nice.
A lot of speed into the pit lane.
Oh! Hey, Richie. He did a Richie.
I tried not to do it on the main road.
Yeah, I saw it. I
tried to scare you into doing it, but...
I see. And then, okay, so Adam Wolf will go out of the pit in mediums. So like every driver is like that. I have to say it every time, but Adam Wolf will go out in P5 right now with a 2.2 second gap ahead of Chenso that gained a little bit of time, in fact, in the pits, so and have a little more fuel. So yeah, it's a great call maybe for Oil Sim driver. Then MTK Pepe, yeah, because Chenso capitalized on the mistake of Pepe, and now it's not 1.7, but it's 2.5 second of a gap between Chenso and Pepe. Then in 8th position, it's Audi Ferry with 4.3 seconds gap with his compatriot. You can say that in English too.
Yeah, and I would just like to bring attention, if you don't mind, to interrupt me if there is something. I would like to get some calculations while the race is a bit calm.
Oh yeah.
So we see IGTSH. I think they don't really have anything to worry about. They will be the leader of the group. L Team and Zefix. Now that unfortunately we have lost Gregu's teammate from the race. Yeah, Zidivo. We lost Zidivo unfortunately from second race. They will unfortunately be getting a 0 score for this, at least one, well not 0, but P13, so basically a very low score, a lot less than the potential. So unfortunately, potentially Zefix is under threat, but now that MTK Pepe's teammate, who is Neo Levy, actually making that mistake, he hasn't stopped yet, so that's why he's ahead on track. But because of that mistake, we see MTK actually quite close to the danger zone. Now we only have one driver for flat out e-racing, so it's a matter of how well BR Driven Gold and Tanso is able to compete against flat out e-racing, who only has one driver now, unfortunately. So there is a potential that BR Driven can get back into like outside of the elimination zone for Group A.
Takes it out. I think it will be this. I think
with Neo Levy going quite far back and making that mistake, I do think that they're also under threat from being taken over from VR Driven. So it's risky if they will keep 4th or 5th position, but I don't think that they will be eliminated.
While we were talking about that, Philo will go close to the pit lane entry.
Oh, Gas is off.
Oh, who?
Gas is off into
just to replay. As Philo will stay on track, so he'll do a 5-3. Aeskillers. So yeah, we'll check Gas right now. Oh, it's unfortunate for the Tansos driver because he was really ahead of Aeskillers and by quite a mile. Oh yeah. Unfortunate mistake.
Bit too far on the brakes. Yeah.
And Aeskillers and Neo Levy was really far away. So yeah. Oh, Aeskillers will stop, so he will not follow Philo.
Neo Levy is also following him into the box.
Yeah, and Gas too. So it's more logic because they were on hard. But yeah, it's interesting to see because that means once again Philo managed his tire best. So it will be the only drivers to do a 5-3. So 3 drivers doing a 4-4. The 8 other will do a 3-5. Sorry. So if interesting, we'll wait for Philo to pit. Adam Wolf will take second position right now, 2.2 seconds ahead of Chancellor, so same gap. Then Pepe will take back fourth position. Audi Ferry P5 and is now under threat of Zefix Gregu, battling for P5 right now. Damojus will get back just P7. Oh hey, I am sorry, I'm so sad for you right now. So yeah, it's unfortunate because you were doing very good. Like I said, I know that you're a fast driver on Le Mans. I think it's your favorite track. I see you.
I think it's definitely safe to say that Zidivo is 100% the MVP of race 1, regardless of the unfortunate situation. Obviously, we did try everything, the restarts, and we are actually 40 minutes late. So we have to draw the line somewhere. But nevertheless, I think Zefix will still be happy for that huge recovery into third place from all the way down to last.
So it's been really interesting to see what he would be able to do. As Gregu lost his car on lap 1, so yeah, it's a double hard one for Zefix. Obviously, for me, I think they will stay in P3, or at least for me they will stay in P3 regarding their first races. I think like even now P4 and P8. Then P7, P13, they will not take the gap they already have, and then the 1-3 for Zefix on last race. So I think that Zefix will be able to stay in P3, but will once again miss on P2 against L Team. They didn't care because they already are qualified, and it's not them. MCK also, it will be we are driven that needs to capitalize. To try to take this out of elimination zone, while Gregu will take P5 ahead of Audi Ferry right now, just before the Mulsanne corner. And Gregu will take P5, and now he'll be wide. Audi Ferry will maybe strike back, no, because he had a poor Mulsanne corner. And Gregu will take P5 now, 4.9 seconds away from Pepe. It will be hard to do better than P5, but it's not impossible for Gregu. I think he may be able to take Philo if strategy will not work, or maybe Pepe too. But Chenso and Adam Wolf, without mistake, seems to be too far away for the French guy.
Yeah, definitely. So now the only battle that we have on track at the moment, we see only Audi Ferry and Gregu actually being really close to each other. But obviously Gregu did just take the position, so I expect him that he will be taking a fair amount of lead, fair gap, building a fair gap between the two drivers. So I think Audi Ferry will not be able to fight back against Gregu purely on pace. That's the only battle we see on track at the moment. So obviously off track we just covered with the point standings and everything. We did explain what's happening, and yeah.
For now, so I stopped at P6, so it's Damojus right now in P7, 14 seconds away. So yeah, pretty huge gap still between 6th and 7th position. And then
Philo's still staying out, by the way. Sorry to interrupt you, but he's actually still not pitted. He's still going ahead.
26-second gap between Philo and Adam Wolf. I think Adam Wolf will jump. Maybe not, because not few.
Unfortunately, I don't remember how much time Adam actually lost in the pit lane. I would love to know if the undercut will work. But let's see the gap for the half a lap, maybe see if Adam is able to come any closer to Philo, because if he is, then potentially Philo will not be a threat.
And will mediums pretty worn for Adam Wolf, Chenso, Pepe, etc. will be still faster than ultra fresh hard tires for. Yeah, it's really interesting to see what Philo's
Pepe was
doing.
off again. Pepe was off into the. I don't know the name of the corner.
But let's see. It was right after Chapelle.
Just a bit too much. The cars actually, so as we going back to what we said at the beginning of this round, the cars have so much power that the front of the car in that corner actually, because it's over a crest, that corner, it's actually uphill. So the car's nose actually lifts out of the ground, and there's not enough downforce on the front of the car because it has so much power that the car just oversteers into that corner. So understeers into that corner. So every driver has to lift there, and it's really, really hard to judge, especially on the one tires, to see how much you need to actually lift to make the corner. And I think Pepe was not able to do that for this round or this lap. That's probably what caused his mistake.
And what will be really important is that now Gregu knows that he can catch up to Pepe and try and take this 4th position, as he managed to get the purple lap in 3:48.1. So yeah, pretty interesting to see that. And to bounce back on what you said, I think it's the most common mistake on Le Mans to make right before Tertre Rouge.
Bringing a bit of English into the French corners, huh?
Tertre Rouge. It's better.
So returning to the question, the fresh hards, definitely, because Philo, once again, is obviously doing the reverse strategy. That means that by the time he actually fits the hards, I'm not sure if he will fit it now or maybe the lap after, but don't forget that now he's only about 50% on fuel, so that means that the car will be lighter and the rubber will be like brand new. So I think it will be definitely on pace with the warm mediums. So potentially Philo might be picking up a bit of pace potentially towards the end of the race. And just looking at that, you see the gap is actually still 26 seconds. So I don't think Philo actually lost any time to Adam until this part of the track. I mean, we've only been on the straight, but
you didn't lost any time. So yeah, pretty impressive. Only 5 tenths, so it's not a lot. Adam Wolf is and Adam Wolf lose time to Chensos too. So Chensos catch and Chenso will. It's not a huge mistake. He didn't lose time, but it was a scary moment. For Xenivo, Philo will not be the winner with this strategy. Interesting to see the point of view of Xenivo that should have been doing the race or trained for the race, etc. As Philo will get rid of this penalty and finally come into the pits. So 24.8 second gap. And
Adam is now hitting the Porsche curve, so he might. Let's see if there is more grip on the mediums. He has not actually gained any time compared to Philo, only about a 1/10.5 into all of the Porsche corners. So that shows that all the tires are actually really similar to each other.
Meanwhile, Pepe but he just lost time, and Gregu just had slipstream of Pepe. Right now battling for P4, and Philo will. I think it will be overtake. He's changing tire right now, and no refuel, so he's up now. Philo's and They are through. Chenso's back in P2, and Adam Wolf will take back the lead. Pepe and Gregu. I think Gregu will be able maybe to take another podium. It will be huge for the French driver. And I think for now, I think Gregu's have them. Oh no, it's maybe Chenso that will. But Chenso and Gregu, I think, have the most podium finishes because they hail quite a long time and managed a lot of podium compared to IGTSH drivers that nearly all have wins except for the teammate of Adam Wolf in first round. I don't remember, unfortunately, and Dixon.
John Deere and I think Dixon, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it was John Deere. Okay. Sorry, John. Okay, Gregu will try to take this 4th position. He will wait against MTK Pepe. Philo's not that far away ahead, but it's already the lap 7 out of 8. So yeah, on the inside right now, on the outside of the second part of the chicane, and Gregu will be still behind Pepe. Great defense from the MTK Budapest Sports driver with number 79, I think, if I'm correct.
Yep, 79. So Gregu now on the inside again for this corner, but we did see Pepe actually fighting it on the outside into the corner. So let's see if he can still get it. I do think Gregu can pull it in front of Pepe before the braking. Yeah,
they touched a little bit. Gregu will take 4th position, but now he will have a slipstream to catch him and try him to take back the position.
Chainsaw is in the lead.
Oh, Chainsaw's the lead. Yeah, completely. Chainsaw's in the lead. Great. Great to see.
I think Adam just tried. I think Adam just picked up a penalty and tried to burn it a little bit, and that's why he lost a bit of time. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but obviously he's not able to overtake until he burns that penalty of his. So now he just has to stay in the chainsaw.
And yeah, obviously they want to be. They know that one of them will be the only second. The only two-time winner of the group, the entire Group A. As for now, we have 7 different winners in 7 races. Gregu managed to completely flew away from Pepe. Now is out of Slipstream. So yeah, huge one once again from Gregu. I hope it was legal, etc. I think he's for now doing a good job in 4th position. And
you know, actually lost about a second so far to Adam Wolf, so I don't think the fresh hards are working quite as well as the worn mediums.
But I don't think he will be out of podium. Like 4.5 seconds seems to be a lot to lose. So yeah.
Anything can happen. I mean, this track is once again unforgiving, just like Nordschleife, although there's a bit more runoff. So potentially, I mean, all the drivers are able to make mistakes, but I mean, judging on the skill level of these guys at the front, I think there will not be any issue with that, and Philo will be able to hang on to 3rd place.
We'll see. Already 5 tenths away, 4 seconds left between the 2 drivers, and also we need to check, but Pepe will maybe lose top 5 position finishing as Audi Ferry is catching up to him really quickly. Meanwhile, Neo Levy's, I think, overtook Tamojus. Yeah, Neo Levy take P7 ahead of Tamojus now. So
that's a good recovery as well from his mistake.
Yeah, because it was a huge shunt. And then in P9, it's Aeschylus that just, after his stop for hard and not medium, is just being attacked by Gaz that managed to get back. So yeah, very interesting to see that.
Adam is struggling to keep in the slipstream of Chainsaw now, just on the verge as well, still 7 tenths. He really needs to get a good exit from this corner. Maybe even risk that penalty, just like Chainsaw is doing. Maybe Chainsaw now has a penalty to himself as well.
So 4 tenths and Chainsaw, it's now, and he will not have any penalty. In the same for Adam Wolf, but he has slipstream, so interesting.
So Adam does need to let go of this 4/10 penalty before the second chicane.
I think he may.
So that's a very long lift from Adam actually. I think that's because maybe he picked it up before turn the second chicane, so that's why he had to let go of it.
Ooh, huge moment for Adam Wolf. Nearly lose everything, and yeah, Adam Wolf is now out of the Slipstream of Chainsaw. Then Philo's now only 2.7 seconds ahead of Gregu, and Pepe has been caught out by Audi Ferry. Audi Ferry will try for P5 right now on the outside of the straight line that is going up to the second chicane of the Unitière. And we'll see Audi Ferry on the outside, Pepe on the inside. That will be trying to defend his position, really late braking, trying to cut back, and Audi Ferry will get it. Yes, Audi Ferry, I think, will get it. Still side by side, going down to Mulsanne right now. Pepe striking back on the inside, side by side right now. It will be a really important corner before the last huge straight line of Le Mans. Pepe for now, yeah, he just managed to get ahead once again of Audi Ferry, but he will have slipstream to strike back at Indianapolis. 3 tenths only. Meanwhile, Gregu is 2.3. It will be too short, I think, as Adam Wolf is 1.4, so him too. Audi Ferry on the outside of this Golf straight line, I think his name. I thought they're side by side on the outside of Indianapolis, and yeah, Audi Ferry will take once again P5 away from his compatriot MTK Pepe. Great run, great one for them. And then TRJ Gaz did a mistake, unfortunately. Gaz went out second time on this race and lose out to Aeschylus. And meanwhile, we'll have finally on the last of the 8 races of Group A group stage, we'll finally have a 2-time winner, and it will be Chenso that have been impressive since round 2. A true good surprise, good surprise for this Group A. Both L-Team and Chenso were impressive, and through the 4 chicanes, Chenso will take the final checkered flag of this group stage. In Group A, Chenso will be the only 2-time winner. Congratulations, ahead of Adam Wall from IGTSH, and once again, just before Philo will take 3rd position ahead of Zefix Gregu, and Pepe just took back 5th position on Audi Ferry on the line. Pepe in 5th, Audi Ferry in 6th, and then Neo Levy will finish in 7th position for the 97 for GT from MTK Budapest. Neo Levy will take P7, Tamojus will take P8 with L-Team's number 5. And yeah, it's it for Tamojus, good P8. And then we got Ace Killers in P9 for We Are Driven Gold. Ooh, yeah! It's hard. The hard tires are
slightly redrawing the track there, but nevertheless.
Le new chicane Ford. And then in P10 it will be the first Tansos driver, TRJ Gaz, that will take a last top 10, but I think it will be too short for Tansos to qualify in semi-finals. So yeah, it was a pleasure to have both Tansos and Fratauti Racing team, but I think they will be the 2 teams that will be eliminated for this group stage in Group I. So yeah, it was a true pleasure to have them both. But yeah, huge operation for We Are Driven Gold that will save them and take 5th position of Group A and manage to qualify like 99% chance, managed to qualify for semi-final with MTK Budapest, Zefix Motorsports, L-Team and Independent GTS Hungary will be the normally that should be the 5 team to qualify for semi-final. So yeah, it's now hit already group stage.
Yeah, as you said before, I think you got it bang on. I think unfortunately Flat Out Racing Black, although they had very good results, I think from Tomset in Catalonia, as well as I think Goodwood, they've done phenomenal. Unfortunately, I don't think that was quite enough for this, as we see Noddy's made the only Flat Out Racing driver actually completing the race here. So with that, I think Noddy actually came P13 in race 1 and P11 in this one, I believe. So unfortunately, that will only be about 20 points for Flat Out Racing. And in the meantime, We Are Driven Gold actually had to catch up by about 112 points, I believe, was the gap to Flat Out Racing. So I think if We Are Driven Gold managed to get more than 132 points in this round, they are definitely through into the semi-final. And judging by the fact that Philo is now on the podium place in this race is actually 100 points already.
Yeah.
So
I think that it is. I think it's it.
So I think just for 9th place, I think Ace Killers has almost about 32 points. So I'm definitely sure that We Are Driven is indeed safe. Now we are still waiting on the results from Group C, but I believe if We Are Driven Red have done a good job there, and I do think
Scrabble will take the flag. And yeah, it's it. It's the end. Chenso will win the last race ahead of Adam Wolf, Philo, Gregu and Pepe will close top 5. And
yes, I was about to say that maybe we have all 3 We Are Driven Golds into the semi-final. So very good job on the recovery.
Oh yeah. Maybe we'll see with We Are Driven Red. That was the most hard one to qualify. And yeah, it's it. It's now hit. We're now done with group stage on the 3 groups. So yeah, we'll talk about the other group, just the race winner to see quickly what will the semi-final finishers will be. Important question: who will be the? How will we create the group for semi-final?
So semi-final, I think, will be based on the points. So we will actually have a overall standings based on the points. And then I think we will do it in an A B fashion, or we might even do ABBA.
Yeah, okay.
You know, so that
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have
logic.
first and second place in two different positions. Just explaining to the viewers now. So if we are doing ABAB, then we will have the first team in Group 1, and then the second team in Group 2, and then
the
we will
third
have the
in
third
B.
team in Group A again, or A and B. Sorry. So Team 1 in Group A, Team 2 in Group B, and then Team 3 in Group A, B, or
So-
we can do ABBA. So yeah,
We'll see.
we have not quite decided yet.
It will be the surprise.
Yes. Now, very big question to you. Do you think, I must ask, because I am cheering obviously for my fellow teammates and my countrymen, do you think that Independent GTS Hungary managed to take the highest points overall in the overall group stages, or do you
What
think
are the results for
GTGC
Group C?
So Group C was 1146 from GTGC, Gran Turismo Group
No,
Community.
the result of tonight.
Oh, I don't know yet.
Oh, it
I
was
don't know
not streamed.
But oh, okay. So we have a okay. Well, we have a 1-2 finish for race 2 from GTGC.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I think not. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There goes that one. Yeah. So I think GTGC takes the group stage W. Yeah. I think IGTSH is second. GT Hrvatska Blue, it depends on how well they performed in Group B. I think I can show you some results from that as well. So we had on Group B, we had a P4 and P5 from GTHR Blue in Group B, and then we had a P4 and P5 again. No, sorry, that's the same one. So we had a P4 and P5, and then the second race I don't have yet. So that might be still close. There is only 60 points dividing GT Hrvatska Blue in Group B and Independent GTS Hungary in Group A. So I'm not sure with the P4 and P5 they managed to do it, as we did see Adam overperforming that and Audi Ferry matching that position. So yeah, it will be tight on the top, but I think GTGC and IGTSH will not be in the same lobby for the next race.
Okay. Interesting. So yeah, technically, the qualified team that we already know, it will be IGTSH, GT Hrvatska Blue, Total Race Motorsports, We Are Driven Blue, GTGC, KSZR, and GT Hrvatska Red.
Yes.
So it's 7.
They are definitely, yeah, it's mathematically impossible for those guys to not get to the semi-final.
And it's already interesting because they are 7, so technically it could be the 7 favorite team to go into the final, but we also have Zefix that is crazy fast, L teams that can be surprising, MTK that can finally shown that we already know. So yeah, it's really interesting because maybe one of those 7 teams will not qualify, as Zefix will be able to take. I think they also can be considered as favor, as one of the best team to try to qualify for the final. Yeah, I think on Group B is CRT and flat out FOE Purple also didn't do well or not.
I personally think so. I can have a look. I think FOE Purple unfortunately has already a 450 point gap to closing that road, which means that they would basically have to have a DNF from Hellenic Knights from HKRT, and they would have to 1-2 every single race to get in. So unfortunately, I think flat out E-Racing Purple has also been eliminated. CRT, it all depends on how well they've done. I can tell you now that they did get a 8th and 11th place in the third race.
Mm-hmm.
And for the second race, and for the first race, they got a P8 and P10.
I don't think it's enough. For
so yeah, and on the other hand, HKRT Kulinen. So actually, very interesting actually. On race 1, we had HKRT CRT, HKRT CRT in the finishing in 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Yeah. So
that's probably the same amount of points around that.
Yeah.
So there's no difference there. And then on the last race, we had a 7 HKRT, 8 CRT, 9 HKRT, and 11 CRT. So unfortunately, I think HKRT got more points. So I think that we can also conclude Group B as well, that we have the top 5 unchanged.
And
In
just
terms
in
of
Group
result?
C, will We Are Driven stay ahead of Driver's Room and Vesprem Futsal?
That's a very good question, actually. I don't
Just need this, and
exactly-
we could have everyone.
Yeah, so I think I can see that VFE, Danko Benza actually managed to get a P4 in the second race, but unfortunately his teammate only got P12.
So last place.
That's race 2, so that's about 100 points for them in race 2. But at the same time, we had VR Driven Red from Obi-Wan take P8, and his teammate his teammate Bobby in P7. So Vesprem actually got P4 and P12, and VR Driven Red got P7 and P8. So I think that's about equal. And Driver's Room in that race, we had a P6 and a P10. So equal performances from the 3 teams.
And then
That's
race
2, of course. And I don't actually think that I have race 1, but actually I do. Sorry, my bad. So race 1, we have from Driver's Room, we have P4 and P12.
Okay, same
From-
as Vesprem.
Yeah. From VFE, we have 10 and 11. And from We Are Driven Red, we had Bobby and Obi-Wan, who were 7 and 9. So
I think they're through. I think we're driven through.
Yeah, I think all 3 teams actually managed to.
So yeah.
I think all 3 teams like basically performed equal, more or less equal, to each other, in both races. So I think, unfortunate for Vesprem Futsal Esport and unfortunate for Driver's Room, but I think it's very lucky for VR Driven Red, because I think that also stays unchanged, in my opinion.
Hi Renasas, welcome to the stream. So yeah, I think we added everything. So only one change on the last. Only technically not a lot of changes. I think. I think it will technically stay like that. Just changes between Flat Out and We Are Driven. Maybe a change between Zephyx and for me it will stay the same, as L Team did a wonderful job with the win of Chainsaw. Zephyx got a lot of points in race 1, so that I think MTK will not be able to take the gap of nearly 50 points that they already had, and take the additionally to add it with the gap they just lost with Gregu and Xilivo doing 1 and 3rd, as they did. It's Chainsaw. Oh, okay. How are you? I think MTK maybe as L Team, maybe Zephyx can take still P2 from L Team, because technically it's P1 and P3, then P4 and P13, as L Team did in first race, I think, out of podium for both of them. Can you take back the first race for L Team, please?
Yeah, I'm already checking. So
in second race they did first for Chainsaw and 8th for Tamojus against 4 and 13, so they gained a lot of points. But I think L Team will stay right in front of Zephyx and MTK right behind. But I think globally there will be clearly like 2 changes in just 3 group.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's impressive, because I think we can say that it's maybe the correct order, let's say.
I think so the stream went down obviously halfway through race 1, so I cannot actually watch it back because I also don't have mine, but I think Chainsaw was P7 in the end of race 1.
Yeah, and Tamush is behind?
Yeah, but I unfortunately cannot see Tamosis in the top 8, so I think he's further back. So that means
9th or 10th.
Yeah, I think so. So it's a fight between second and third, do you think?
Yeah, I think it does. I think it will. So let's say that, or P5 in fact, not P7 for Chainsaw in race 1.
So he got 2 positions in the last lap. So yeah, very well done.
So So yeah, and P9 for Temujus, so it was ahead of one of both Tenso's guy, I think. But the most important is that I think on Group A we'll have one or maybe two changes. In Group B, maybe only one changes between Total Race and We Are Driven Blue because it was so close. I think, like you said, World Racing League was ahead of Hellenic Night Racing all the time, so even if it's close, it will not be able to change. And then Group C, it was already big changes, and GTGC was so ahead, KSDR ahead of GTHR and behind changes. So I think it's just two or between 1 and 3 changes in the 3 group. So it's really like, I think, the best combination we can have,
Yeah, definitely. As you see that in Group B we have TRM and We Are Driven really close to each other, but I think We Are Driven also had a stand-in for this round in the name of Mr. Duckyman NRT Bobby. And he actually did fairly well, considering that he was a stand-in last minute, because unfortunately Dylan and Double Fusion both had some issues. But nevertheless, TRM actually did take a P1 and P3 in the first race, and I think they actually did qualify on pole or something. Or actually, Answer actually beat Oli in the house. So I think they are P2, P3, and then they are P1 and P3. So TRM did a really good job. Personally, I think that TRM could actually fight.
Yeah, for GTHR Blue, maybe.
Yeah, definitely, I think so. Because they were only P5, so when TRM was P1 and P3, GTHR was P5 and P6, and when TRM was P2 and P3, they were, just one second, and they were P2 and P3, they were P4 and P5. So maybe not enough to close the 161 point gap, but I think they definitely gained, and I think they are safely in second place.
We'll see. But last thing before this stream will end, we can technically relate at 99.9% of who is qualified to the semi-final stage for the 14 teams that are qualified. So it will be for Group A, it will be Independent GS Hungary, L Team, Zefix Motorsport, MTK Budapest Sports, and We Are Driven Gold that will qualify for Group B, GTHR Blue, Total Race Motorsports, We Are Driven Blue, World Racing League, and Hellenic Night Racing Team. And then for Group C, GT Greek Community, KSDR, GP Team, GTHR Blue, We Are Driven and We Are Driven Red. And eliminated, unfortunately, it will be We Are Driven Gold, Tanso Racing Group, Charlatan Racing Team, We Are Driven Gold.
I think We Are Driven Gold actually proceeded, so it will be Flarauti
Racing Black. I just read what was in front of me. Sorry. So Flarauti Racing Black, Tanso Racing Group, Charlatan Racing Team, Flarauti Racing Purple, the Driver's Room, and Vesprem Futsal Sports from Hungary.
But of course, we shouldn't forget that there is still a very long process after every single round in the championship, which is actually submitting the appeals for any incidents and complaints. So
that's why it's not 100%.
I don't think there will be any major changes. Obviously, I think, but we never know. I mean, if it's a really tight position, I mean, even if it's not the elimination, but definitely the position in the teams that have proceeded to the semi-final could potentially mix up the order a little bit if there is any penalties involved for any drivers.
And it's too much for us to try to determine the group for semi-final, because it would be like just random, and I think we do too many mistakes compared to that. Like we just can relate that P1 would be GTGC, P2 IGTSH, and then P3 and then P3 will be either GTHR Blue, Total Race Motorsports, or KSDR GP Team. So it would be 3, 4, and 5. So that means that technically we could have GTGC be against two of the GTGC will be against either like two of the 3 teams that I will say. So GTHR Blue, Total Race Motorsports, and KSDR two of those three teams will be against GTGC, and the best of those three teams will be against IGTSH, 2 and 3. And then I think it will be, I think it will be two of the three teams that I will say. So it will be GT Hrvatska red and We Are Driven blue with IGTSH and GT Hrvatska blue. Also, maybe we'll have both GT Hrvatska can be in the same lobby. Ooh.
Yeah, potentially. I mean,
I think it will be that. I think both.
There is one strict rule, obviously, which is the fact that they are not allowed to help each other. Obviously, just telling the viewers, obviously, that although some teams are called the same team, like GT Hrvatska Blue and GT Hrvatska Red, yes, they are from the same team, but the two teams are not able to work together. They have to appear different. They have to look different. If there is a member participating in one of the teams, they cannot participate in the other team. So once a player actually plays for one or races for one of the teams, they are locked to that team, so they are not allowed to swap to the other team. So they are very much treated like a separate team. So yeah, definitely could be an occurrence to have both GT Hrvatska guys in one lobby.
So yeah, at last, it would not be that, but we can at least try, and I think it will be like lobby A, GTGC, then fourth. I think GTGC and KZR can be once again against on the same lobby.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, it's not, it's probably not too accurate to draw these conclusions now. As I said, we don't know if it's going to be ABAB or ABBA just yet. So I think we will still discuss that over the next few days once we are able to get over the, once we are able to get over the complaints and everything, and then we will have an officially published list, which everyone may check out and follow and see on the Facebook page if you want, because we do post alongside with the beautiful liveries that we have seen on this round as well from every team. There will be an official announcement probably near the weekend, as I said, on the Facebook page. So make sure you drop us a like on Facebook as well, follow us. Also, if you enjoyed the stream, definitely subscribe. Obviously, I'm not ending, but I'm just encouraging everyone to get involved. Thank you for the 2 dislikes as well, guys. I don't know what we've done wrong, but but yeah. So make sure you follow us, and you can see the official results for semifinals.
So yeah, it's it. I hope you enjoyed this group stage and those 4 first round of the Clash of the Teams CRTT organized by IGTSH and GTHR. So I hope you enjoyed everything. So yeah, let's see on next Tuesday for semi-final stage. That will be on Kyoto Yamagiwa plus Miyabi with the don't remember.
The N600 Amuse S2000, a car that is ridiculously difficult to drive around that track. So if this doesn't show the skill level of the drivers, then I don't know what will. So
I nearly said the French. That's why I surrender and I give you the. But yeah, I hope you enjoy everything. I hope to see you a lot on Tuesday, next Tuesday at 9 p.m. CET and 8 p.m. English time, let's say. And yeah, I hope you like it. See you soon and bye bye.